Hi, it's Michelle here with Timehop Treasures with a brand new video. What's sold for the week in my Etsy shop? So this one is my first video of this, of course. This is starting the third week in January, so January 16th to 22nd. I sold 6 items this week, and it was a really profitable week. So I usually source my items from thrift stores, yard sales, and anything in between. And some of my items I'm really excited about is I decided to go through some of my memory boxes from when I was a kid and pull out items from the 80s and 90s and put those in my shop too. So that was really great. My first item here that I sold is from 1970 specifically. These are Burke's jewelry ring boxes, and they're beautiful velvet ring box holders. So it's a set of 2. These were my mom's ring boxes that I actually got from her, that her wedding rings came in. So they're part of Canada's history, absolutely gorgeous. So cost was 0, 100% profit on this, which was awesome. So some of my very first items that I had in my Etsy shop, I put on sale for 15% off for a few weeks in January until the end of January. If you're watching this video, my sale is still on for some of my items. So I'm going to tell you where these items went to. So this item went to Raleigh, MA. Shoot, I just forgot what. So that went to the States. I can't remember what state that is. MA. Shoot. Anyway, so this one was 100% profit, and it's great. And these were in beautiful condition. And I love the cobalt blue Burke's always used. Next, this was a hot commodity. So many people loved this item in my shop. I got tons of favorites on it. This is a 10-inch tall Blue Mountain Pottery. So that's a Canadian pottery item. This pottery comes in so many different items. You can get it in vases and bowls, in figurines. And I still have a small one in my shop. So this 10-inch vase, when it finally sold, I was just like, oh, I'm so happy because so many people loved this vase. Oh, I just want to pop back here for a little bit. I just want to show off these photos I took. Pretty proud of my photos. I feel like I take pretty darn good photos. Okay, back to the Blue Mountain Pottery. Okay, so as you can see, this was listed for $45.95, and that's how much this person purchased it for. And again, I swear 95% of my customers are in the United States. And this went to a customer in Orange, New Jersey. Now, this item cost me $10. This is part of the beginning of when I was starting to thrift to sell. And today when I'd be thrifting, I'd be like, whoa, I spent way too much on this. So I'm glad it did sell for a great price because looking back, I was just like, looking back, it hasn't even been 6 months. Looking back, I know that was a higher price of an item for me to be purchasing for my Etsy shop. Next is this adorable Disney 1990s. This was mine. It was just it's been sitting in my cupboard all the time. I've probably never even used it. But it's from 1990. And you can see there's lots of 3D effect to this mug. I bought it at the Disney store in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This person purchased it in San Jose, California. So that's where this mug went to. I sold it for $38.95. None of these prices include shipping. So there's shipping on top of all of these prices. My customers pay for their shipping, so that's not included in all that. But yeah, this is a really pretty Beauty and the Beast mug, and I'm happy it's gone, because if I'm not using it and it's a beautiful piece, I'm glad I was able to put it in my Etsy shop and that it was able to sell. Next, we have a 1957 Red Corvette convertible model car made in Italy, and it's adorable. So this is one of those items that I pulled out of my own personal collection of memorabilia, and because I love this car, 1957 Red Corvette, but it's just been sitting in a bin since I don't even know when, like probably at least the 90s, and it's just sitting there. So I'm like, let's let it find a new home. And I'm happy to say this went to a customer in New Brunswick, Canada. So that made me very happy that a Canadian, and I think a gentleman actually, purchased this. So that, even men shop on Etsy, people. Absolutely. Sold another item a long time ago. I think my very first item I sold was to a gentleman. So yes, it sold for $40.95 Canadian, as you can see. 100% profit on that. So one item, the Burks item, 100% profit. This one cost me $10. This item cost me $0, and this item cost me $0. Excuse me, I should have grabbed some water. The next item, antique, pretty much antique. These are really old. I don't have 100% date on them, but these were really old. These are crystal cut glass with a brass bottom. And look, you can see I got my new light box in the background. So you can see the beautiful detail of these brass bottoms and the cut crystal in all these photos. So I put these on for 15% off because I did have this item near the beginning of when I started thrifting. I just hadn't posted it yet because I couldn't take a very good photo because it's a clear glass. And so I wanted it to be, I wanted to have a nice background. And it was hard to do that without having a black background. So I had it listed for a little bit, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to put these on my sale. And I'm really happy I did, because look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, and went to a new home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So that was nice. Lastly, we have a I believe 1970s, I want to say. Yeah, I think Corningware. So Corningware coffee pot. This was my mom's. So another zero investment item. And look at the condition. It was in such good condition. And this is funny because I'm in Lloydminster, and this went to a customer in Edmonton. So that's like 2 hours from here. And it was just like, hey neighbor, you got a great deal. So this was part of my 15% off because this is one of my first items. Filled my shop with some items that were zero cost and some yard sale items when I went thrifting at yard sales. Yeah, so that worked out really well. I just forgot to do something here. I'm just going to tell you here in a second. This one. So this was extremely profitable week. With 6 items, it was about $340 in sales, minus my $10 in cost of items was $330, and then Etsy's fees. Let's say, gosh, $330. Their fees aren't too bad. Oops. I'm just using my calculator here. Let's see, 330. So I probably made at least $290 for sure, because their fees are not outrageous. You pay 20 cents to list, and that's just for a listing to be up for like 3 months, I believe. And then once it sells, it's a tiny percentage. And like I said, my customers pay for their shipping, so that was great. So, I want to thank you so much for watching another Timehop Treasures video. I already have a sale that I will be able to for sure have for next week. So that's great. And like I told you in my last video, Christine and I are going to go on an amazing trip this coming weekend. And we're going to be doing lots of thrifting. And we're going to Saskatoon, which is 2.5 hours the other direction. So 2.5 hours from here is Saskatoon. 2.5 hours the other direction is Edmonton. So we're right in the middle of Edmonton and Saskatoon. So we're going to have so much fun. I said make sure your car is empty because we're going to be filling it up with thrifting. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.